Okay, so here's where we left off. We probably got all the main stuff in place, but he kind of looks like one of the blockheads from Gumby. So we're going to need to clean him up a little bit, make this look a little bit better. So I'm going to get out of the rounded mode here. I need to make sure that I select my object, and then I can go back into block by pressing 3 to smooth, 1 to go back into blocky mode, and 2 kind of shows you those combined. So when you're modeling, you're generally going to model in this blocky look, this non-rounded look. Now what's really bothering me here is the arms and the chest. He's very flat, right? He doesn't have any meat to him. So I want to add some dimension to him. So we're going to need to pull out his arms a little bit. So I'm going to grab edges. I'm mostly going to work with edges here. And I'm going to pull that out. See if we can get just a little bit of meat on those bones. There we go. Constantly checking our view. And then I'm going to maybe take this vertex, take that down just a little bit so he doesn't have pokey wrists. We don't want some weird knife wrists. There we go. Oh, it's a little bit up, so let me undo that. So again, I grabbed the center accidentally. I want to go by the arrows primarily to make sure that I'm not doing anything weird. All right. That gives a little arm meat in there. We can take in these hands. They're very blocky. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the edges of these hands. And you may approach this differently, right? I mean, this really is where the artistry starts to come in a little bit, is how we go about taking care of these finer aspects of the model. And you want to make sure that you're looking at your reference as much as possible to see what you need to achieve. Just kind of rounding out all the edges at this point. So that my fingers don't look. And then you can check by going into rounded mode to see how that looks. I just leave the thumb the way it was, really. Let's see what the difference is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him like he is. That looks fine. No point in fixing it if it's not broken. I'm gonna attack the chest. He's very skinny. And it looks like because that's centered in the wrong place, I want to make sure I don't have anything else selected. So let me shift select that. There we go. You want this always to be over what you're working on. If it's way over here, that means something else is selected. You can extend these handles too. If you press plus on the keyboard, they'll extend. If you press minus, they'll shrink back. And so sometimes you may need to expand them or contract them. So let me just grab that guy by himself and bring him out. Bring out his chest here. And I'm going to go into side view. Ooh, let's go ahead and shade him. Whoop. Let's go into side. Oh, looks like I got the same views, so I'm going to do the front view. Let's see, click in here. Front. Rude. Alright, fine. There we go. That looks better. Alright, so let's make sure that the geometry is selected that we want selected. Go to edges. Come here. Edges and shift select. I'm going to take those handles down by pressing minus. Getting a little crazy looking. Alright, so now that I've got this selected, I can kind of look and see where he's at. Oops, let me grab both of them here. Sometimes you have to get in there and really grab it. And I can look in both views as I'm working. He actually does have a very skinny upper body. I just want him to be a little bit rounder, a little bit happier. I may take this in. I don't want him to look too meaty. He's still a very goofy guy. Alright, we need it. Now he's looking like, you know, beefcake. Well, we don't want that. We want to bring out that belly. So again, shift selecting, and we can see down here what our results are. So I'm selecting up here because I can get a better view and perspective, but by moving in the other views, I'm able to see better what's going on. Now, I kind of want to move his belly down to give him that nice gut. So I'm just going to select all the way around there and shift that down. I'm going to shift that belly down. Let's see, right about there. Boom. Big old gut. There we go. I'm going to have it come out just a little bit here. It's poking out. Let's see what that looks like rounded. That's helping. Definitely helping. Let's get that butt going. Got a flat butt. Don't want a flat butt. I mean, it's okay if you have one, but for this guy, you know, he needs to have a rear end for when he goofily falls over, bounces off the ground. I'm gonna scooch that rear end back there. And I'm gonna move this back to match. And move the front. Yeah, there we go. Looks like I need to move the feet in their entirety, so I'm just gonna grab it down here and, oop, too many. Let me go with faces for this. Select from here. Make sure I get all the way around. I'm gonna scoot that foot back there. Whoops! Looks like we missed somebody. Let's get everybody in the game here. See what's going on. Oops! Looks like we have a rogue point. Oh, or maybe that's just our leg. So let's go to vertex and see what's going on. If I move that up. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see what you're up to. So we got something weird going on, so let's back up and see what that is. Ah, I should select these faces in addition to the side faces. So that's the thing about modeling, you'll often grab things you really didn't ever mean to grab. Or forget something and then it doesn't work out. Come on. All y'all. Everybody in the party. And boop. And boop. Okay, let's see if that works a little bit better here. Yeah, there we go. Wonderful. And then we can bring that knee over, although we don't have a knee yet, per se. Well, yeah, we've got a little knee. We haven't gotten all of our geometry in. No, we don't actually have a knee. We'll make a knee next time in the next chapter, and then we'll be able to kind of bend it a little bit there if we want to. I'm going to go ahead and fix his foot out. Just make sure he's sitting. Now he's got this sort of bulbous back of the foot. For now, I think I'm just going to take down these edges. Ooh, let's get both of them. when the manipulator's in the way, it makes it a real pain to grab stuff. So actually we need to bring that up, don't we, a little bit, give it that look. And then I can even bring these vertices in. Looks like our edge loop's being a little wacky, so let's go ahead and fix that. Just gonna scoot that vertice over so it's centered. And then I'll give these guys, push them inward a little bit to give them a rounded look. So let me just make sure from the front that they're approximately even. They are not, so I'm going to pull that in. Again, they don't have to be even, but for this guy, they kind of look like they should be. So I'm just gonna. And then let's round that out and see. Getting there, getting there. Maybe need to increase the length, and now it's all backwards like that. So that's good. So in addition to matching that angle, I want to make sure that I'm going to go in the top view here and make sure that they are, oops, can't see it because of his big old head. Darn. Let's use this view. Alright, let's see what we get. That really rounds it out. So I'm going to actually take these out as faces a little bit further. Let's go on the side view and make sure they match. There we go. Yeah, that rounding's really taking away that look that we want. Just raise that up a little bit more. It's not bad. Do kind of want that a little bit flatter, but we'll work for it for now. Oh, let's fix that. Some more edge loop again. Your edge loops may not be perfect, so you may want to fix them, center them. Whoops, grabbed a point I don't mean to grab. Okay, looking better, looking better. I'm going to move these over as well. Just to get them centered. Okay. Alright, so we messed around with the arm and the belly, the hand's looking okay. Now we gotta sort of round out this face. So let's see what it looks like in rounded. So we definitely need to take in these corners. First thing I'm going to do is attack the edges. And here I have some leftover splits from our split tool. We could... It's difficult to select the vertice by the two individuals. Let's see if we can merge them. Sorry. Let's get in here. Where are you? Ah, there we go. Sorry, merge the center. Nope, not into it. That's okay. We'll just select them like this. We'll just get the edges. Whoop. Alright, so I'm going to scooch that back. And scooch it down. Scooch that back forward. I gotta grab that piece too. Come here. Do. In and down. And we need to angle the back of his head quite significantly. Because the chin, that's going to be fine. We want a chin to him. We do want to probably bring in the middle of the face a little bit where the eyes are going to kind of sit. So let's grab those edges. Bring it in and give him a little forehead. It's better. Let's check the side view. Actually, grab here and whoop, I press the key space bar there accidentally. So I want edge, edge, edge. About there. And then these edges. And then get the bottom here. Oops, forgot one. He's got that kind of bulbous chin, so let's just take it down a little bit here. I'm getting some weirdness here. Let me look at the, yep. So that's why it's good to model in polygon view, because you'll get some weird stuff going on potentially otherwise. Let's look in here. Take that out a little bit. Can we take it down? Now let's round it out. And I'm going to take the top of his head up just a little bit. And it's not going to look exactly like the book. But that's okay, as long as you're using your reference. And as long as you're creating the correct amount of edge loops, you'll be okay. So grab that, and then he needs a little bit more out there. So we'll grab these edges. Push them down. Grab these edges, push them down. Maybe grab that as well. Take this and, oops, missed that guy. Or maybe just take them in. Let's move them back up. Maybe I'll just take them in. I'll take these guys in. And the very bottom here. This takes a lot of time, obviously. You're gonna need to work with it a little bit to get what you want out of it. I think I may move these faces back out a little bit. Come here. There we go. And I need to take care of, he's still really boxy on the sides. Oop, and he's got a dent in his head. That's not good. Let's make sure that we get that fixed. Take these edges, shift them up here. Let's look in the front view. And there, and oh, missed something, so let's go grab it. Ah, so we're going past the back here. We don't want to go past. Let's move in a little bit. And let's fix these vertices here. Bring these edges in. Bring that in. Soften this up. Oh, looks like we made ourselves a little hole there. Let's go into this view and back out. There we go. So this will happen when you're modeling. Oops. Looks like I've got a hole. I'm gonna go to X-ray view and see what's going on with this guy and where he belongs. Okay, it looks like he just went inside the model and that created some overlap. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't put him that far into the head area. Alright, let's check our other views, see what we're looking like. Let's go ahead and smooth it. Not bad, getting there. If you press F, it'll focus in on whatever you've selected. So I'm just gonna reset a little bit like that. Alright, so let's look at the front of him. Definitely to attack that chin there, or that side. And we've got some issues with the edge here being too low. So let me just move it so that it exists there. We can pull that vertice down. So that was the triangulation we made earlier. Let's see how he looks. We could actually fix some of those lines up under there previously. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a minute. So I'm going to select these edges and I'm going to delete these out. Make sure I didn't delete anything important. And I may go ahead and add that back in, so I'm sure that we are all on the same page. So I'm going to delete that and then do the insert, or the interactive, or the split. Regular, I'm just going to do the split. So select the mesh and shift right click. Let me be in object mode. And split and polygon split, and make sure you have the settings from before. Bump, 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 enter, and bump. Whoops. Let's go again. Bump, bump, enter. And I want to make sure that we move that vertice so that it's approximately in the spot that we need it to be. W for the move tool. Yeah, get a better view here. Oh, you know what? I've put it in the wrong spot again. So let me go back to G, and I'm going to split from here. And enter. And we'll move that vertice so that it's nice and happy. Alright. So just double checking I don't have anything weird. I might move this back. I can even puff this out a little bit. So maybe I'll grab these edges and puff them out. And bring this in a little bit. Bring that in a little bit. Bring that in just a little bit. And the back of his head's poking out. right. Oh, let me get this one last spot. We'll call it a day. I'm just making sure I'm not having any overlapping geometry here. And we'll round him out. See how he's doing. He's a little funky right there on his chin. But we're going to add some facial geometry next time. Kind of clean that up. Alright, so that should, for now, complete Chapter 3 of Autodesk Maya 2014 Essentials by Paul Nass, published by Cybex. So we'll start Chapter 4 and add some more facial geometry and get into adding some more edge loops for animation, and then we'll be done.